Welcome to the SLT Podcast. We still have our guest, Kemi Oluyinka.
You said it right.
Yeah,
Come
yeah. From Black Teachers Network and author or co-author of Black in Schools. Loving it. But she also has another string to her bow, and we're gonna drill down on what she is doing at the moment. So the title of today's podcast, and you moved to the UAE, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why we're leaving Black Teachers Exodus to the UAE. What I am finding, and I know we've had conversations around this really, Black teachers are leaving en masse.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it is.
Yeah, just planes on Emirates, planes and planes and planes
Yeah.
of Black teachers leaving the UK system and going over to the UAE. And it almost feels like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's like choosing sanity and safety over surviving the UK system.
That's a good phrase.
Yeah, that is very... The podcast is done. You've said it.
Yeah. All right. So let's look at your experience. Kind of why you left. Was there kind of like a straw that broke the camel's back moment?
I wouldn't say there was a straw that broke the camel's back. I think I used to go on holiday to Dubai with my cousin from 2016.
Okay.
And then we always said, oh, we want to work here one day. She took that leap of faith before me.
Early doors. Boom.
She was just like, well, I said it, I'm going to do it. And I kind of waited a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship, so I thought, let me just wait. And then it got to 2021. Actually, no, prior to that, I had 300 rejections before I got my first role in Dubai.
What, UAE? From the UAE?
In the UAE.
300?
I applied in Abu Dhabi. I applied in Sharjah. I applied in Dubai. 300 rejections because I have a folder of all those rejections.
Wow.
So I know the exact number. And when it got to 300, that's when I said, I'm tired. I'm done. Maybe it's not for me. So I was in the process of buying a house and that fell through. It didn't work. And then I said, okay, I'm going to give this one more try. And if I'm going to be completely honest, it was January 2021 and I did a time of just fasting and praying. And then it was like, it's as clear as day. Go now and just see how it goes. I've always said this thing that if you go and you don't like it, you can come back. To me, the UK is home because my family is here. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. So I can always come back. A lot of people go there, do a couple years, and then if they don't want to stay, they go back to wherever they're from, which is possible. So I think that's why I took that leap, because I know if it doesn't work for whatever reason, I can come home.
So there wasn't this kind of like a dramatic kind of moment where you're like, I'm leaving. Like it was just something you always wanted to do.
It wasn't a dramatic moment. It was the house fell through. I wasn't buying it anymore. However, no, there was another thing. Where I was working at the time, I was earning like £2,000 less than the deputy head, but I had no senior leadership role.
Okay.
And I knew that I couldn't get any higher than that because there wasn't that opportunity. Not that they didn't want to hire me for a role, but there wasn't anything available. So I told the head teacher at the time, I am looking to leave. And it's because I know there's no room for progression here for me. There's nothing else. And then he was supportive of that. And that's why I thought, let me go and try out the UAE at this point. So after the 300 rejections, I finally got one. So 301 was the turning point.
Wow.
Amen.
Were they similar roles, or were you applying for different positions?
Roles? I was applying for middle leadership roles, senior leadership roles, just teaching roles. Because I had the Senko qualification, I was going down the inclusion route. I trained as a science teacher, so I was going down the science route. I was open to different subject areas, even PE, because my degree is in sports science. Okay. So I thought, right, we've got inclusion, we've got science, we've got PE, we've got SEN, middle leadership. Maybe let me try my hand at senior leadership, but it was all a no. Yeah, a lot of rejections.
So that tells you, first things, that it's not easy. Like a lot of people are like, they're hiring. They're like, they're throwing money at you. You come over it, and it's not as easy as it looks. That's interesting.
Well, not for me anyway. Some people that is their experience, but that wasn't my experience.
Okay. So you've been over there since 2021.
I was there for 1 year.
Yeah.
And then I came back after I got married. And then
Love.
no, because, I came back after I got married. I told my husband, when you propose, when we get married, I'll come back. And then when he proposed, I was like, remember what you said? I was like, yeah, I do. Right, so I'll come back. But when I did come back, that's when I went into senior leadership, which I was happy about in terms of progression before things kind of didn't go right. And then in 2023, we made a decision to, this is not it. We need to go back.
Oh, wow.
So
Part 2.
Yeah, we said let's give this another go.
Yeah.
But the plan was it made sense for me to go first because as educators we get a package, and I want that package to benefit my family.
All right, so that's interesting. So let's talk a bit about you mentioned the package. Talk to us about what that looks like getting a role in the UAE. So UAE, that could be Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah.
So different companies have their own packages. It's not as if in the UK we have a pay scale.
Yeah.
There's no uniform pay scale in the UAE. Different private, as it's all private, they have their own kind of pay scale or package.
So when you say it's all private, so all the schools are private. So
there are public schools as well.
Okay.
But you would probably want to go to a private international school.
Why is that?
Some of them tend to pay more. The package might be better.
Okay.
To be fair, I don't know a lot about public schools in the UAE.
So most of the teachers are going to private institutions.
Private. International schools.
International school. Okay.
So you get your salary package, you get your accommodation, or you get an accommodation allowance. So that's covered. If you have dependents, you have children, maybe they get 2 free school places in that school. And if you're working at an amazing school, then the quality of education they're getting is up there that you'd want them to get. You get your flight allowance. So they pay for 1 return flight home a year.
Okay.
Some schools might give you a utility allowance, so they pay towards your bills as well.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, but it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Listen, you see, these electric bills, man. They be.
No, what you guys pay in this country is wild. It's not
they be
same.
Kira, you guys
Yeah,
pay.
Sorry,
you guys.
Wow, Kemi.
I didn't mean it like that. Really,
Yes,
I'm so
you did.
sorry. I didn't mean like. No, I don't think. No, but the cost of living is crazy. And let me not be naive. Dubai can be expensive, but I feel that depends on the lifestyle you're living.
Yeah.
As well. If you're somebody who manages your finances well, you stay in your financial lane. I personally believe in staying in your financial lane.
Okay, so no Lamborghinis.
No, absolutely not. The most we're gonna do is go on a yacht.
Yeah. Oh, as you do.
It's a normal Friday on a yacht.
Yes.
But no, I know that sounds crazy. Yeah.
I love it.
Your sound is. I don't want to use the word facetious. But
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's just a normal Friday on the yacht.
I'm joking.
No, you're not. I saw. No, sorry. Let me. I'm almost sure. Was there a yacht party organised? Some kind of yacht party.
Was there? I
believe. I'm sure I saw somewhere end of year yacht party.
That didn't happen, but it will. We'll have another one.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I know I'm not going crazy. So, all right. So they'll pay for your. So let me just go over this again. So you get they'll give you housing.
You get your salary. You either get company accommodation or housing allowance. Okay. 2 of your dependents can maybe go to the school for free. You get utility allowance. You get flight allowance. Yeah. So it's not just a salary package like we get in the UK. There are other benefits to it that makes sense if you have a family.
I don't know why that out of all of those, the utility one got me. Because it's
not the flight allowance, not the free school places for the children.
No, I don't know.
Not their education. No. Not the accommodation that there's a roof over your head.
The utility one, just like, what? Someone pays your bills?
Yeah, they do pay. Some schools do pay towards it.
And what about the quality of life? What's kind of the quality of what it's gonna? If somebody's paying your bills, your quality of life.
And obviously, you have medical insurance too.
Yeah.
So private medical care.
Yes.
I think the quality of life can be very, very good. I think, for me, I love the fact that it's a 4.5 day working week. So every Friday we finish at 12, and that's everyone.
Is that, and then you go to the yachts? Is that when you go to the yachts?
I mean, we have a nap first.
Okay.
We have a nap first before we get ready.
Okay.
But no, but even with SLT, I know in my school, for example, they finish at 1. So we finish at 12. SLT finish around 12:31. So at least they have a earlier finish too. So you know, you have a bit of a longer weekend. Even if you have your Friday and Saturday where everything is busy as you do on a normal weekend, but you know, Sunday you can just literally
Absolutely
chill
turn
before
off,
you
yeah.
start again. I think the work-life balance there for me is better. I don't take work home. I haven't taken work home since I've been back. I do everything within my working hours. That's not the same case for everyone. So I am aware that my situation is different, but I do try to just get things done that Monday to Friday. As soon as it hits 12 o'clock, I'm not doing anything else.
Wow. Sorry, I'm taken aback because
By the
can't
utility allowance. Are we still there?
So what? Why do you? Let me reword this. You're seeing as we date this in July of 2025. You're seeing a lot of talk about people, I think, looking abroad, looking outside. But what is it that you think is attracting black teachers? Is it that there's a maybe a different kind of racial dynamic that's happening in the UAE? Is it just the money? Is it the Lamborghinis?
Oh, gosh.
Is it the yacht parties? What is it that from your experience why specifically black teachers, and I would say kind of younger black teachers, are kind of really going out there? And I'll be honest, okay, I only have Instagram to judge it from. They're really thriving. They're really like, they look like, oh, everyone on Instagram is enjoying themselves, but they look like they're thriving.
I think what it is I'll be completely honest from my perspective. I could be wrong, but people are tired, like, of things of the way things are in the UK. It's, even if you do earn a good salary, by the time they take your tax, your national insurance, your pension, your student loan, I don't know, there's not maybe enough left for even the rent or the mortgage, or you're living literally from, you know, hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. So it's at a point where if I have this qualification and there's a British international school in another country who's willing to hire me, but I'm earning more, and out of that salary package I'm earning, I'm not paying for my rent or my bills out of that. So I have more money to save. I can save for a house. I can actually get on a property ladder, or I can save for whatever it is that you're saving towards, or you want to get. At least you know when I'm getting my pay at the end of the month, that money is mine. I don't, like, you still have to budget. You still obviously have to manage your money, your finances as well. But yeah, the biggest bills are not coming out of my pay packet. And I think while a lot of young black teachers that you said are going, is because what do they have to lose at this stage? I can go and do that now for the first few years before maybe I decide to come home and do something different, or before I want to start a family, before I want to get married. So while I'm in that stage of, you know, I'm single technically, let me just do this for now. And I don't blame them. There's nothing stopping you. You can always come home if it doesn't work out. If the UK is your base, or the US is your base, whatever it is, you can always go back home. So at least try it.
What drawbacks, if any, are there?
It can be very demanding.
Okay.
In terms, it's private, so the parents want, you know, if they're paying for something, there's a certain level that you're expecting. So there can be drawbacks in the sense that the accessibility that parents may have to you, the emails, the phone calls, it's not, normally they call the main school line, can we talk to so and so, and you get back to them when when you have a moment. It's, I've got your direct email, I can go through my child's Teams and contact you. That can also be a bit of a drawback in terms of the intensity. I think another drawback is the fact that you may be far away from home, from family, from all that you know. So that, I know a few people that have started in schools, and within the first term they resigned. They've gone back because they just couldn't. Yeah,
Too much.
It was too much. It's a culture shift, a culture change. Of course, the UK is very different to the UAE. So you have to, the laws of the land. You have to adapt. You can't think because I'm an expat, because I'm a British citizen with a British passport, I can do whatever I want. You do, obviously, whatever country you go to, you abide by the laws there as well. I think people can get sucked into that lifestyle of thinking, oh, the Lamborghinis, the the brunches. Financially, as great as it can be, a drawback can be people getting themselves into a lot of debt.
Okay.
I've heard that.
Yes.
I have heard that.
People in the UAE, I can't speak for the whole UAE actually, but I know from the conversations I've had,
Yeah.
people do get themselves in a lot of debt in Dubai. And that's why I said about the whole staying in your financial lane, managing your finances well. It can be expensive, but don't get sucked into that lifestyle because that's not the end all and be all. So, those are some of the drawbacks in terms of how intense the school day can be. We start early. I'm starting at 7, finish at, we start at 7. The school start from 7:30, but you're in there at 7. First lesson or form time 7:30, and then you might be leaving at 4:30, 5 o'clock because everyone has to do like an extracurricular activity. It's not just the PE team that maybe are doing football or basketball after school. It's everyone has to kind of play a part. So it can be long days, intense. The accessibility that parents have directly to you, the financial aspect if people get sucked into a lifestyle that it's not really for them, missing home and feeling so far away from everything and everyone, Yeah, those are some of the drawbacks, I think.
I think. Sorry, was you going to say?
I just wanted to know about term dates because let's face it, lots of people sign up for education in this country because of the 6-week holiday. So what are the term dates like? Is there
the Ministry of Education has just announced like a uniform term date for private and public schools in the UAE.
Okay.
Is that good or bad thing?
I don't know. Maybe when I get back, we'll see. The reason why is because they literally just announced it last week, like around, I think last week, Thursday, which was what, the 24th, 23rd, 24th? That's when they announced it. So they want all schools, public and private, to have the same holidays. So it's just maybe easier for schools or parents if you, if you want to travel and things like that. It's nice that we get now 4 weeks off at Christmas, whereas before it was 3, so it's like an extra week.
See, that's my utility bill thing.
I think
4 weeks off at Christmas.
Wait, no, that was a slap in the face. No. We now get 4 weeks instead of 3. You used to get 3.
But then we don't get a May half term. So technically, the 2 weeks you get at Christmas and the 1 week in May half term, that would amount to what we were getting anyway, because we don't get a May half term.
Okay.
However, now we do get a May half term. So.
And 4 weeks at Christmas.
Weeks.
Yeah. The way I said that. So you have the October half term. You have the 4 weeks at Christmas. You have a few days, not a full week for February half term, because Ramadan starts. And during the month of Ramadan, we only work half days. So yes, we work like half days, finish around 12, 1 o'clock. And then you get off, depending on when Eid is, you might get 3 weeks for spring break, or if Eid is in spring break, then you only get the usual 2 weeks. We never used to have a May half term, but there were a few days for Eid, another Eid that we had. Now we have a May half term, and we tend to finish around the last week of June, the first week of July, which is before the UK finishes. But we start earlier. So most schools start around the 18th of August, whereas you go back around the 1st or 2nd of September. So we still have the same amount of time, but it's just shifted like a couple weeks before you.
But you get 4 weeks off at Christmas, so.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. So it's nice. It's nice, and when you have a family, if you can spend that quality time with your children, with your spouse, and it's nice.
Wonderful. Okay. Do you know what? I forgot my question.
Sorry.
Completely forgot my question. I can actually see why black teachers, specifically if you are maybe first generation, so like you've seen the journey of your parents migrate for financial reasons, so it's not something that's completely alien to you.
Yeah. So
you understand that journey, and it's going to be probably a very different journey than your parents made. If you have it's much more potentially prosperous, whereas a lot of people would have come here who were maybe first or second gen immigrants. Your parents would have like come to very precarious situations. So yeah, as I'm kind of thinking about it, I see the difference. I just want to kind of drill down on. I know we've spoken about the yachts. I know we've spoken about
Let the yachts go.
the
Let
utilities.
the utility allowance go.
Yeah.
Let the 4 weeks at Christmas go.
Yeah. What's like in the? How is it different in the classroom? Yeah, like how is it different teaching the children the structures? What are their differences, or is it literally?
I would say for me, like the content of what I teach is not different. It's the same AQA, the same national curriculum.
Okay.
I teach AQA science, combined trilogy, triple science, or A-level biology. It's the same thing in terms of that content.
Wonderful.
I think what's different is the social capital. So the students in that classroom, a lot of them are from wealthy backgrounds. So the kind of way that they're mingling and socializing is different to. I went to a state school. I'm from a working class background. It's different. A lot of students there, mainly children of expats or international. So parents have come from Jordan. Parents have come from Switzerland, Canada, America, the UK, different African countries. I have a few students from the Caribbean who have come. So it's a melting pot. It really is a melting pot of so many different cultures and backgrounds. So in terms of that's what I find more different in terms of the landscape. The actual teaching isn't that much different in terms of the content, but it's more around the culture, the melting pot of the different cultures, and the social capital that the children have of who they're mingling and networking with. So if I give you an example, when I did work experience in year 10, I just worked at the local retail shop in the shopping centre near where I live. These kids are going to work at KPMG, PwC, Deloitte. Their dads or their mums are CEOs of like Fortune 500 companies. So you're networking with people who, when you leave school, university, potentially you could have a job there waiting for you. The social capital for me is a big thing.
So with that then, what is their attitude towards education?
A lot of children work hard. A lot of them, they want to do what they want to go to the Russell Group unis. They want to go to Oxbridge. They want to go to the Ivy League unis in America. So because their parents are paying a lot of money for their education. Because of, they are from affluent backgrounds, some of them, education might not be it's not the only route for them. So not saying they're not taking it seriously, but it's a bit different
dynamic,
in terms of like, I know that when I leave here, my mum, my dad, or my uncle, I've got that family network, right? Some of them may be like that, but then there are a majority, most of the children, if not all, they do work hard. They do want to go to those. If you're in a private international school, you want to make the most of that opportunity and ensure that you're going to the best universities around the world, so that you are making your family proud. So they do work hard as well.
Interesting.
Okay, so what advice would you give to, let's say, we've got an ECT who just finished their first 2 years. They're part of the BTN Black Teachers Network, and they want to go to teach in the UAE. What are kind of the top 3 tips after your 300 applications? You must be fairly
That
adept.
wasn't necessary.
No, but it's true. It's true. What
it wasn't shade.
What I would advise them to do that
Yes.
I didn't do, find people in the roles that you want to be in.
Okay.
Yeah? Leverage LinkedIn. So how do you find those people on LinkedIn?
Sorry, what?
Leverage LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, cool.
What happened?
Nothing. No.
Tell you off camera, darling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So leverage.
I'm trying to catch something here.
No,
Okay.
leverage LinkedIn.
No, honestly, leverage LinkedIn and connect with people who are in the roles or the schools that you're potentially looking to apply to.
Okay.
Right? Build that international network.
Is that a big thing in the UAE, LinkedIn?
I think that's a big thing no matter where you are.
Okay.
Even in the UK, leverage it. But I think so you're not leveraging it?
Me? No, I'm on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay. Ree, what are we not doing?
We're not discussing this on camera.
Okay.
That's what we're not doing.
And we're not editing this out either. So let's continue.
That's fine.
So definitely leverage LinkedIn and connect with people who are in the schools or the roles that you want to be in. Number 2, your CV. You have to ensure that you include your impact and your metrics. It's not just about your roles and responsibilities. I did this, I did that. They want to see what value are you bringing to the school. You want to make sure that your CV stands out. When I was applying back in 2020, 2021, I had an international CV, which was separate from my standard
Local
CV.
CV.
And I had my picture on my CV as well, which I didn't realize quite a lot of jobs wanted a picture as well when you apply for them. So LinkedIn or leveraging your network, making sure that your CV states your impact, the metrics. Don't just say, oh, I kept records of students' data. No, what was the impact? That's 80% what, 90% what, what did that, how did that help your department? How did that help the school strategically? And I think the third thing would be to make sure, I would say, apply between October, around maybe November, between November and March is when a lot of the jobs come out, because that's when people kind of give their intent to stay or their intent to leave. So schools are advertising on TES, they're advertising on Horizon Teachers, on Guardian Jobs.
Okay.
So you can see a majority or bulk of those jobs are coming out during that time.
Oh, wonderful. All right, so you've got the tips there. You've got it, and I really appreciate your.
Sorry, can I add one more tip?
Of course you can.
Don't limit yourself to just the UAE. You can get amazing packages in Qatar, for example.
Yeah.
So maybe branch out. I understand people are going to Dubai because Dubai kind of feels like
Hype in it,
like London,
Yeah.
but in the Middle East.
Yeah, the London borough of Dubai. Yeah.
Literally, the London borough of Dubai. Because you see a lot of Londoners there. A lot of Americans are also in Abu Dhabi, especially. You'll find a lot of Americans.
Okay.
And a lot of Londoners in Dubai. That's what I feel. But don't limit yourself. If that's going to be like my fourth piece of advice, don't limit yourself to just Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Maybe branch out to
there are other
Qatar.
Emirates.
There has great packages.
Saudi, Qatar. So if you're looking for an adventure, it's as an ECT or as a more experienced teacher, there are things to do. But really appreciate. There's a BTN UAE group, isn't there?
There's a BTN UAE group. We have teachers from Dubai, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi, all connected in this like WhatsApp group where we can.
How do you join?
Support. Just join us somewhere. Send me a DM.
Okay, so
send me a DM on Black Teachers Network on Instagram.
So send you a DM on Black Teachers Network, and then so if you're interested, you could join the group and so on and so forth. Oh, wonderful! All right, so let's make sure that we've got all your details. We've got so much Black Teachers Network. You can connect with you on LinkedIn as well. Kemi, it's been amazing having you on. Thank you so much for that insight. I'm obviously still here thinking about utility bills being paid for me because it's just
got the 4 weeks.
It's such an amazing concept. So yes, thank you so much, and we wish you all of the best. I've already ordered mine in the post. I'm going to be making sure that we have it at our school, and it's a topic of discussion. Inset, thank you so much. We wish you all the best, and hopefully, maybe during your 4-week sojourn, you'll come back here, and we can get you back on the podcast.
Oh,
again.
I'll definitely.
You have more than enough time, so I don't see.
During the 2 weeks that we're off?
yeah.
We can make time. But I'll be happy to come back, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. And another episode of the SLT Podcast.